All right, welcome back. We take you, of course, till about 2-something. It'll be after probably the Inter Miami report. Maybe we do a little bit more after that. Not much more after that, but we got some other stuff that we'll talk about at 2 o'clock. We will talk to Michelle Kaufman from the Miami Herald. Today is the day they unveil the Inter Miami kits. So we are awaiting them to unveil the new kits, and we get to see the new kits out there. You don't get to buy them yet. Caneswear has them, by the way, which is really cool. So we will find out. And I think Caneswear will have them, I want to say, the third week of this month. Okay? So looking forward to it, man. Cannot wait. We are, I don't know, 30-something days away from the start of the Inter Miami season. That's going to be freaking awesome to get a start for the we are 38 days away. There you go. What else do we have here? Fresh 3542 says Miami Hurricanes signing day. Coach talk 1 p.m. Miami Hurricanes, XFL. Well, we already talked Miami Hurricanes, my brother. So at tomorrow's signing day, you can go back and listen to our segment with David Furones, and it'll be posted soon. And what is it posted?
The only thing I'll add about the Canes,
yeah,
we are ranked number 5 to number 8, 9, 10 in all the major baseball prognostications for preseason for the baseball team.
Okay, we weren't talking baseball.
Well, no, I'm just saying Canes.
Okay.
We're talking Canes.
Yeah.
If you're a Cane, you're a Cane. You got 3 sports.
Yeah, I get it.
And yes, the baseball team, Damari, has us back to our usual standard top 10 ranking preseason. Okay?
Right.
You know that we were slipping there for a while.
Oh, they were slipping. They were falling. They can't get up.
Yeah, we couldn't
get
get
up. They're slipping.
Yeah.
They're falling. They can't get up.
Nope, but this year, yes, we're back. And actually, the ACC Network supposedly is going to be showing either all of our games or the ACC Network Extra. You can watch all the Canes games.
And one more thing. We will be Saturday, Bill and myself and staff will be out at Marlins Fan Fest. And we'll be out at the Plaza, and we'll be broadcasting in the afternoon from 3 to 7. I don't know if we'll go to 7, but, and we'll have 4 players, and we don't know yet. It'll either be Mattingly or Hill will be joining us on the show. So we'll have 4 players and either the manager or the general manager joining us on the program. So for those of you that like baseball, I know the Marlins, are kind of low on the totem pole right now. They got to find a way to climb and keep some players and get some winning going and get that buzz going. But we will, hey, we talk about everything on this show. Okay, this is a sports show. All right. Yeah, I talk music and pop culture, and we'll have some fun with all that other stuff. But we're a hardcore sports show, so we're going to talk hockey. Like we'll talk baseball and we'll talk soccer. It's not just going to be, football, basketball as the main sports that we're always talking about. We're going to talk about all the other sports that we've got going on, man. Gambling, you name it. It's a hardcore sports show. That's the way we carry ourselves, So that you will get here, and you'll even get a little baseball. Hell, even before this, we were bringing on Andre, and we had a couple of Marlins segments. I gave the Marlins a little love. I got no problem with that. You know what? And let me tell you something. Let me commend these Marlins. Do you know why? And I've told this story before. Loria and company, they were morons. They didn't get it. You're not high on the totem pole here. People don't follow the Marlins like they follow the Dolphins and the Canes and the Heat. Okay? All right? That we know that there's a follow. Hell, Canes basketball has more of a following. Okay? I believe Inter Miami will end up having more of a following than the Marlins if they don't get it going. Okay? But when Laurie and company were in charge, I left QAM and went to 640 Sports. Okay. And the first week I'm there, I'm at a Yankee station because 640 airs the Yankee games. And I called Matt Robach, who was the head of PR for the Marlins, probably the worst PR director in the history of pro sports. This guy had a crap ass attitude, didn't care about the media, didn't care about promoting his team. That's because it came from the top also with Loria. So he inherited that attitude. The entire team was like a big FU to everybody. So these Marlins, this is a new group, Jeter and company, and I'll give Jeter credit in this sense. He's said it many times. Hey, I understand. We got to prove ourselves. So he knows that he understands they're really low on the totem pole. And so this long process of rebuilding, of getting rid of the bad salaries, loading up the minors and all that. So I get it that, look, man, I understand the game. I'm not born yesterday. I'm not stupid. I know what they're at least trying to lay of the foundation right now. But obviously it's down the line. You have to re-sign these guys once the good ones start coming through your minors, and then guys prove on the major league level that they're really good, then that's when you start proving to people that you're winning when you sign those guys. And they're well aware of it, which is cool. That's fine. So we reach out to them about FanFest. I guarantee you if Loria was in charge, we would never be at FanFest because they wouldn't care. Yesterday, we're there, and they could not have been more nice, more receptive. By the way, we're the only sports show that's there. There's going to be a couple of others, like a couple
exclusively us.
Right, like 790 and 560 are not there. Like the so-called sports stations aren't there. Okay? 940's there. That's their flagship, but that's not a sports station. That's a brokered station that airs syndicated sports. They're not a real sports station. They're only. I was asking, I asked them, hey, you guys committed to sports? And committed to local talk, and they were like, nah, not really. It's the seventh station in the cluster, and we kind of treat it that way. And when I asked them about, doing a show there, they're like, well, will you pay for your own producer? I'm like, what? Okay, you're Mickey Mouse. You guys aren't interested in actually doing real radio. Like, this business is terrible. I'm just telling you, it's gotten worse and worse. Kids, don't get into radio. Whatever you do, don't get into radio. Okay? It's not worth it. Trust me. Okay? All right? I mean, I survived because I got a lot more clout than most people, but outside of that, it's a terrible, terrible business. Terrible people involved all over. So, Loria and Company, I'm at 640, and I say, I'm on a Yankee station. I don't want to talk Yankees. I'd love for you to, let's work together. Bring me some Marlins players. Let's get some Marlins on. Let's promote the Marlins. Nah, you're on that Yankee station. We choose not to promote our team on that station. Do you know how stupid that is? Do you know how close-minded that is? If you were smart, that you had an ally at a station that airs another team in another league in your market, but you have an opportunity of airing your players on there to promote your game, and you can get people to your stadium, and you don't do it. You know how stupid that is? These Marlins, they get it. Hey, man, we're there to promote you, promote the Marlins, talk a little baseball. Not a lot of people get to talk baseball. Not a lot of baseball fans get to hear baseball. So we'll do a little bit of that. And you know what they were? Open arms. Come on down. We'll take care of you. We're going to do shows during the season over there. They invited us to go during the season, before games, in the concourse area, all that stuff. We'll do it. I got no problem with that. I love baseball. I want them to succeed. But it's up to them. They've got to pay people. They've got to keep players. It is what it is. You know what I really wish? I really wish that they would inherit the football model and have a hard cap and put everybody on an even level playing field. That would be fan-freaking-tastic. Because then it's really up to your skill of picking players and developing and all that other stuff. That's the beauty of football. It puts everybody on an even level playing field. You have to be really good at coaching and developing and all that other stuff. That's it. But kudos to the Marlins, man. They were fantastic yesterday. I love the fact that they're receptive and they understand. Oh, what has a shorter shelf life? A box of Velveeta cheese left over from the Super Bowl, Gase as Jets coach, Antonio Brown staying out of jail, or the turnover chain? Wow. Shorter shelf life.
Antonio Brown staying out of jail.
Yeah, that's not bad. That's not bad. I mean, this was his first time going to jail. He hasn't gone to jail a lot yet. I say yet.
Give him a chance, man.
I got to give him a chance. That's a good one. That's a good one, Dougie Fresh. What has a shorter shelf life? I got to pick one. I don't want to be a fence straddler. I am going to go with Gase as Jets coach because I think eventually they'll get smart and fire him at the end of this season. I hope not. I hope he wins like 8 games and they tease and, hey, we're getting better, and then they keep him. Then they win 4 after the following year. One guy says, we got a new commit. Yeah, those commits, the safety that was supposed to go to the Gators. Really? He committed? Not bad. Did they really get that kid? What was that kid's name? The safety. I wrote it there. Where's his ass? Avante Williams. Gators or UM. So that's good. They got that guy. Now, I don't know if he's any good. See, that's the thing about Fresh 3542. I don't get excited because they got some recruit. It doesn't mean anything to me. I don't know anything about these guys. You know what I mean? I don't know what they're going to do here. They had a bunch of guys transfer last year. Most of them sucked. So that none of this ever means anything to me until I see you get on the field and actually do something. It's nice that they got the kid, but it's not something I get excited about. And grown men should not get excited about recruits. Fresh, the new insider. Fresh is the new insider. There you go. So I guess Avante Williams. Well, that's what he says. I don't know yet. I'd have to look it up here to make sure. Manny Navarro tweets out 13 minutes ago, surprise pickup for the Canes, at least to me. Miami lands Avante Williams, 4-star safety today over Florida. There you go. Again.
Look, whether the kid's good or bad or indifferent,
nothing.
We took something away from Florida that was looking at both of us.
And it may suck.
Yeah, but
it
still
suck.
Makes us look good. Look at what Florida's doing compared to what we did.
Yep.
They're on a greater ascension and plane than we are. They ended up in the top 10 and stuff. To get a kid to say, I'm not going to you, or they're coming to us,
means nothing.
It shows that there is an interest still in us.
Or
we were able to do something.
Or the Gators are loaded on defense. It's going to be a lot harder for me to get playing time. The Canes.
That's probably the
Canes
fact.
Need
That's
it.
the fact.
Well, okay, so then it's not that you're really stealing. It's just that he's getting selfishly. He's doing what's best for him and playing time.
They
and
picked us over the Gators. It's a win for the Canes.
If he's good.
Right now, it's a win. I'm going to take it as a win. The kid picked us.
I don't know. I don't know who the hell he is. I have no idea.
I'll say this. Look at what Florida's done for their recruiting and what they brought there and how they've improved. The kid was being recruited by them.
They've had a good defense for several years now,
yes.
even through bad
That's
coaches.
That's what I'm saying. It shows if they were interested in the kid probably has a little something.
Maybe.
The fact that he picked us, it's a win right now today
yeah.
for the Canes.
Yeah.
It's a win for us.
It's
Got a feather in your cap, buddy.
I can't look at it that way until I actually see him play.
I'm not talking about. I'm talking about today.
There's too many 4 and 5 stars. All right, you were all happy about Ja'Cory Harris, right? Not Ja'Cory. Well, that too. With the whole Northwestern thing was supposed to turn it around. What was it? The N'Kosi Perry. Oh, he's Teddy Bridgewater with athleticism. How did that work out? You know what I'm saying?
The biggest bust of all time, Jamie German, 45 yards.
Whatever.
Returning.
Willie Williams was bigger.
Nothing.
Willie Williams was way bigger. He was the number 1 recruit in the country.
Okay.
The number 1 recruit in the country.
And did nothing.
Okay. Dan Kendra went to Florida State and did nothing. Ended up becoming a fullback. All right. So I'm just, I don't get excited about 4 and 5 stars. They do nothing for me whatsoever. All right? Like I said, if you're a grown man and you're getting excited about recruits, you need a life. That's all. This means nothing to me, bro.
My only point is we out-recruited Florida. They picked us
and
over.
And you might have out-recruited him for a bum. I don't know until I see him actually play. Jaron Williams also had all kinds of hype.
Can't you just feel good for the day, brother?
No, bro, because it's not a matter of feeling good or feeling bad. I feel neutral. It does nothing for me. It doesn't depress me. It doesn't excite me. It means nothing. Nothing. Nothing at all. Because I can just go ahead and point at all kinds of 4 and 5 stars that are utter failures.
Oh, there's more of those than successes.
Okay, so then that's why I'm not going to get excited about a guy until I actually see him on the field and ball out. Trajan Bandy never lived up to any hype. None. Okay? I don't have to go back 5, 10, 20, 30 years and talk about those. I can talk about recent ones. Plenty of kids that are absolute failures. And we all get excited because, we got this 4 or 5 star guy, and he's going to be awesome. Doesn't mean anything, man.
The worst failure is probably all the Northwest kids, and we achieved nothing.
Right. Spence was the only guy that was worth it out of that entire group. That was
one out of what, the 6?
Yeah, 6 or 7 of them that were. I mean, it was just so mediocre. They had some cool names. I will give them that.
I can remember us watching them play the school from Texas for number 1, number 2 in the nation, and being all excited. These kids are coming. Yeah, nothing.
That's why it's moronic to get excited about recruits. We were all excited about that whole Northwestern class, and that Northwestern class was an utter failure. Okay?
I'm not going to get excited about that. I'm just excited that this kid picked us over the Gators. Yay.
You're falling for it again. You're falling for the banana in the tailpipe.
It's just we got overpicked by the Gators. Overpicked over the Gators. Yeah, I like that. Every day we better the Gators is great. Unless it's, of course, underwater basket weaving.
There you go.
Okay, there we go.
New chairs.
We have furniture.
New chairs in the studio. We got our own studio.
We have furniture.
We're starting to, add some stuff to our
moving up in the world.
Yeah, we're gonna start moving in and creating our own studio. So there you go. Anybody want to help us out with construction? All right, you want to volunteer construction and help us out?
Build a wall.
Build a couple walls. That kind of stuff. Anybody want to help us out and creating
paper? They're called
creating
paper.
Something that's going to dominate airwaves. Okay. That's all I can tell you at the moment. At the moment, what we're going to do.
Drywall, stucco.
Yes.
Plastering.
A little bit of that. We need all that.
Carpentry.
Yep. All that. So anybody got some skills that want to volunteer and help us in, we can definitely use that. Dan Lohr says, the question is, that can these new recruits play? Will they be good football players? That's the whole thing, dude. That's why you don't get excited about recruits.
Do we have the coaches to develop the kids? That's
those are things that we're going to find out very soon. Speaking of the University of Miami, you see Greg Olson is still wanting to play, and he's hoping Seattle calls. He's He's met with a couple of teams, and
Why would he want to go to Seattle? Seattle, Jimmy Graham, remember, their tight end is not the receiving type tight end. He's more of just the blocker guy. Once in a while go out for a pattern. You know what I mean?
well,
That's why Jimmy didn't work out there really. It didn't fit the scheme.
here's what bothers me about it. Greg Olsen is one of the real good dudes in the league, like a great human being.
Right.
I mean, like a phenomenal person, right? He's got a great family, all that stuff. He's made plenty of money already at this point. What I don't understand is, knowing what you know about all this, is why does he keep playing when he has a brutal injury history?
And he's got a and
let me
team,
go-
and
let me go
TV
over
people
this.
want him.
Let me
You
go
know what I
over
mean?
this.
It
Let me
isn't
go
like
over
he
this.
doesn't have a career waiting for him,
Let me
right?
go over this, okay? All right? This starts from 2004. Suffers a wrist fracture against UNC, misses the following game. This all the way, Olsen re-injures his fractured wrist, missed the final 2 games, including the bowl game. October 14th of 06, Olsen suffers a concussion against FIU. October 15th, misses the next game at Duke. Olsen was injured in the final preseason game against the Browns with a sprained knee, forced to miss weeks 1 and 2. August 12th of 09, Olsen misses some practice time in the first preseason game with minor hip injury. 2011, October 16th, Olsen suffers a turf toe injury but didn't miss games because of it. January 1st of 2012, Olsen misses second half of regular season finale, suffering a concussion. It's 2 concussions already. Olsen injures his left foot on October 6th of 2013 and ankle during a Week 5 matchup, but played through it. He put up poor stats in Week 6 through 8, but seemed to be fully recovered by Week 9. 14 of August 14, Olsen misses a bit of preseason time, getting kicked in the calf. October 5th of 2014, Olsen suffers an ankle sprain, but returned to the game and continued to play through it. December 20th of 2014, Olsen suffers a minor knee strain, wasn't forced to miss any time as a result. December 13th of 2015, Olsen hurts his knee, misses second half. He returns the following week. The 19th of December in 16, Olsen played with a huge brace on his right elbow after hurting it in the week before. He missed no significant games. The 17th of September in 2017, he suffers a right foot fracture in Week 2 against Buffalo, had surgery, landed on the IR, but was designated to return when eligible late in November. So he comes back in late November. Olsen experiences soreness in his repaired right foot, and his first game back, short-term IR, misses the next game, but suffers no structural damage. September 9 of 2018, Olsen fractures his right foot in the first quarter against the Cowboys, misses 3 games surrounding a Week 4 bye, but returned. December 2nd of 2018, Olsen ruptures the plantar fasciitis in his right foot and misses the season's final 4 games. Serious foot injuries down the stretch. Why are you going to play, dude? You have made all this money already. Your body is clearly all beaten up. Your feet are just constantly breaking down the last couple of years with several injuries. I'm just like, I don't want to see him suffer, man. I just don't want to see him go through another serious injury that is surely coming, because that's been
what he does.
It's been a history
And
for him.
you know what? He does have TV people that are interested in him.
Oh, he's charismatic. He's good looking. He's a smart guy. He's a
They
great
had him on the
dude.
stage for the Super Bowl. He was involved.
I mean, Greg Olsen is like
man.
Greg Olsen is a complete human package. You know what I'm saying? I just think that he's a guy that has so much more left in his world that
It's time to move on, man.
Yeah,
you
man.
paid your dues.
Any more concussions, you're putting yourself at risk for other things that you may not then be able to do, some of the other things that you're now going to be able to do, analyzing and all that other stuff. I just want to see.
Did you see the report about supposedly the
retire, man?
Them separation with the Panthers wasn't all
No,
amicable?
yeah, it wasn't. Of course, it wasn't.
They always
and
say
they
that.
And the Panthers had to part ways with him because he's breaking down consistently now.
Yeah.
Down the stretch.
when he plays,
He's got all those lower leg injuries. He's a hell of a player.
When he's good to go,
Hell
the
of a
guy
player.
will give you some numbers, man, and win the game for you maybe.
Yeah, hell
But
of a player.
The problem is when you only play 8 of 16, that's not enough.
Yeah, I don't want him to play, man. That's all. All right, it's 1 o'clock. We'll take a break. We'll get ready for hour number 3 of the program. I got a bunch of things that I want to talk about. We got to talk. Inter Miami is going to reveal their jerseys. We'll talk with Michelle Kaufman about that at 2 o'clock. I want to talk about Conor McGregor and somebody dissing McGregor. I got to get into a situation where an athlete and an entertainer are, I guess, sharing some disturbing insight in their lives. J-Lo and Shakira got a note on that. I want to talk a little basketball, too, about Adebayo and Nunn. I got some stuff I want to talk about with them. I got some music news that I want to get into. What a shocker, right? I got something music-wise I want to talk about. Another thing that involves Ryan Tannehill. So we'll get into that also on the program. We've got a bunch of things that I want to get to. And we will start on the other side of the hour right here on the Big O Radio Show. Don't forget to give us the thumbs up while you're watching. And, of course, you can always reach out to us whenever you're downloading the show on the accidentlawfirm.com text line, 786-322-1105. That's 786-322-1105. Dougie Fresh goes, are you serious about getting your listeners who can help organize to help out? I am in. Is this going to be called Habitat for Calamity? I don't know about Habitat for Calamity, but we could call it Habitat for Broadcast is what we could call it for, okay? Hey, we're not rich, man. If we can cut corners to kind of build what we need, give you guys what you need, like real sports radio, you know what I'm saying? Okay? Not just us. Just telling you. So, we're not built, and we're not, it's not going to be just one show. That's all I'm telling you. So, yeah. We do. No, seriously. If there's anybody out there that wants to volunteer and help us in all different areas of construction, okay? If you have that wherewithal that you can help us, then yes, we would love it. I got no problem with that. That would be fantastic for you to be a part of it because, hey, listen, I want to get to the point where we're going to add phones to that studio, all that stuff. So when we're in studio, we're taking calls. And then when we're at Craig's Inaccurate, we're at, whatever, we have somebody in studio that will then take those phone calls and give it to us while we're on the road. So we're trying to set all of that up. So none of it is easy. It all takes money, unfortunately. But if we can cut some corners to get there, yes. And yes, I am asking for the public's help in all of this because this is going to be our show and maybe others all about, you guys out there. So you can get real radio, man, because I know you're not getting it. You know what I mean? You got a company that has completely destroyed local radio down here. And there's more stuff to come locally that's going to happen that I know about, but, it's just slowly but surely it's going to happen. I've already told people about what happened now months ago. Big O, is it too late to sign up for that Vegas trip? No, just go to our Twitter page, go to Tommy Rockers, and the link is there. You can contact Tommy and tell him what days you want to be there. How much is you got to give him your full name, your contact info, the number of people in your party, and then are you going to be there only for Thursday or Thursday and Friday or Thursday, Friday and Saturday, or only Saturday, whatever days you're going to attend with your party at our draft party. You can tell Tommy Rockers. First come, first serve. So get your names on that list so you can get in. You're not reserving your specific table because in Vegas they don't allow that in gaming. In gaming establishments, they don't allow you to reserve a table. So what Tommy's doing is allowing you to get in line. So that way you're first come, first serve. So you walk in there and you can then pick your table. But you will have first dibs at it, is what they say, if you get your name in there. So that's what it's all about. I think NorCal said, Big O, we will figure out a way to help you. Vegas draft weekend. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Well, it's hard for you guys, and I appreciate it, and I love you, NorCal, out there, but you guys are out west, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like Dougie Fresh. He's in Pensacola, it's hard for you all to help us out there because you're not here physically to do the work with us, you know what I'm saying? So, but I appreciate it immensely how you guys are all willing to help us out. But, yeah, we were actually at the studios yesterday kind of trying to figure out where we're going to put the live studio, the production studio, the podcast room, all that stuff. And obviously it's exciting. It's exciting because we're growing really in leaps and bounds. Where I thought it was going to be like, I never even thought we would do a studio. Never. I thought we would do it right here from my home studio or on the road like we are doing it in different places. That was my vision. That's it. It ended right there. I didn't think we would do anything else. But now we see the response, and now we're going to take it to a completely different stratosphere. So, yeah, get ready. Get ready. We got a lot of stuff brewing, man. A lot of stuff brewing. Hey, did you hear about Romo and Jessica Simpson?
Yeah, I saw something about that.
So, when they were going out and they had the Cancun weekend and all that other stuff, and then they broke up. And nobody really knew why they broke up. Tony never really talked about it. Jessica never really talked about it. So, TMZ kind of put out a story because Jessica Simpson finally kind of broke her silence about what happened with her and Tony Romo. So Simpson claims Tony Romo broke up with her back in 2009 because he thought she was cheating on him with John Mayer. So Simpson spells out the whole thing in her new book called Open Book, which she finally breaks her silence on the demise of her 2-year relationship with the former Cowboy. Long story short, Simpson claims she ran into Mayer at her parents' house and didn't tell Romo, but eventually found out through an email from John to Jess. Tony accused me of seeing John behind his back. I hadn't cheated on Tony at all, but I could not lie and say I had not ever seen him, Simpson said. Jessica told Tony nothing happened, but Romo didn't buy her story, well, because John Mayer. John's known as a major player. Like, he's banged everything in sight, okay? Half of Hollywood has banged John Mayer. Seriously. Tony didn't believe that for a second, and within that second, he broke up with me right there. 2 years, gone with an email. Simpson says she knew Romo wouldn't blab to the media about the real reason for the split because it would imply that he wasn't enough for me. Jessica says eventually Tony soon realized I was telling the truth. Of course, I didn't cheat on him. But our breakup had been so ugly that it shocked me into realizing it had been necessary. As for Mayer, Jessica claims the musician made a full court press to put a ring on it. Okay? John had said all these things, practically asking my parents for my hand in marriage while I was in a serious relationship, swearing to me up and down that he was a changed man. Now here I was, ready to pledge my love back and to kiss him as the curtain came down and it fell on my head. All this time, all those years, he was breaking up with me to torture himself enough to get good material. In other words, Jessica was convinced John was just wanted to be with her so he could get content for his music. That's interesting. It felt inevitable to be in love with John, so I continued talking to him for months, but I knew now not to let him get close enough to shoot me down again. Everyone ultimately moved on with their lives. Jessica married ex-NFL tight end Eric Johnson. Romo married beauty queen Candace Crawford. And Mayer moved on to Taylor Swift, Jennifer Aniston, and Katy Perry, and he's currently single. That's a hell of a trifecta, huh? Swift, Aniston, and Perry. Fun fact, Jessica famously bought Tony Romo a $100,000 boat as a birthday present before they broke up. But TMZ at the time, she said she wasn't going to ask for it back at then. She told TMZ. You know what it is to buy somebody a $100,000 boat and then they break up with you?
It's a pretty nice boat, man.
Yeah, man. That's a decent boat there. It's not Trump's boat, but
No,
you know.
no, it's not a 40 or 50-foot Hatteras or any of that, but $100,000 boat, that's a nice boat.
Yeah. How about that? That's crazy, man. That's pretty funky there. So, and Mayer, man, it's Who Dated Who, I think is the website. If you put Who Dated Who on Google, it'll come out. If it's not Who Dated Who, it's something close to that. Just put whoever you want, whatever name you want, any celebrity, and it'll come out all their relationships. Dude, hit John Mayer. Okay? I mean, John Mayer, Justin Timberlake, and there's a couple of those guys that they have, I mean, it's an impressive list. Like, you're like, wow, okay, like, you are the man. You slept with her, and her, and her, and her. Are you kidding me? That's strong right there. Let's see. Greg Olson will be a great tight ends coach for Miami. That's funny. Big O, let's see. We will, Big O live in Vegas. Can't wait. Yes, we can't wait. Twice. Okay. Well, look at it. The Vegas one moved and everything when you said that. Vegas for the draft and Vegas for Dolphins Raiders. We're going out for both, bro. Guaranteed. Okay. 420 Fuego says, thanks for the info. This will be legendary. Oh, man, are you kidding me? This week in Vegas for us? I can't wait. It's going to be awesome. John Santos says, Big O, I would like to help you. I live in Stewart. I can only do it on the weekends, every weekend in Miami. Well, that's very nice of you. All right. We'll stay in contact. What skills do you have, John, that you can offer us there? And you're driving from Stewart. My boy lived in Stewart for a couple years.
Yeah, man. Graduated from Martin County High School.
Yeah. I love that place.
One of the funnest times. The kids, we got up in the middle of the night, 1, 2 in the morning, and painted paws because we're the Martin County Tigers, and painted paws down Canner Highway that leads to the school.
Oh, okay. There you go.
The cops had it all blocked off for us and everything. We're out there at 2 in the morning painting the street.
It's a cool area, man. It's a great place to live. I think it's a really, really cool area, Martin County and Stewart. I'd live there in a heartbeat, man. When I visited him a couple of times there, I bet it's even nicer now. Because we're talking, a couple decades later. I'm sure it's grown more. It's got more stuff.
Couple. It's a few, man.
It's like 30, right?
Yeah, 30.
Yeah, it's 3 decades. So
30,
yeah.
34, 35 years.
Yeah. So, yeah. I'm sure it's even nicer now. But I love that area. I've always been a fan of that Stewart area since he lived there, and I would go visit him at times over there. I'm a big fan of it. So, yeah, cool stuff. John, thank you very much. All of you out there that want to help us out, appreciate it. And if you have a certain skill set, construction-wise, all those kind of things, reach out to us on
Roofing isn't necessary.
No, roofing is not necessary. Yes,
we're talking carpentry.
Yes.
Basically constructing internal walls.
Yes, walls and all that other stuff. Yes, things like that. That's the skill sets that we need. Painting, that kind of stuff. So anybody wants to.
You had mentioned bathroom.
Oh yes.
Bathroom remodeling.
Although the bathroom stuff, I think I have. I think I'm pretty sure I have a great sponsor.
That base is covered.
I think I do. I haven't reached out to him yet, but he's been so good to me over the years that I think he would be more than happy to help us out and contribute. And that's a good thing too, that we've got a lot of good people around us to help us out. But yeah, if you have any of those skill sets, reach out to me on the accidentlawfirm.com text line 786-322-1105. That's the best way, so I can stay in contact with you. And then on my DM on Twitter at Big O Show. Obviously, those are the ways that we can probably communicate and find out if you're able to help us out, and always appreciate that immensely. But yeah, we're gonna. It's exciting times. Going to be tough on the road for the Finns next year. All West Coast games in Europe. Hey Jim, it's a rebuilding year. Okay, it's not something that we should be that worried about. I think we should be excited about it, Jim. Don't look at where the games are or any. Did you think they would win 5 games, Jim? Let's be honest, man. Come on. I didn't think they would win 1. They won 5. And you're going to give this guy more talent? I expect them to be fine. Maybe not a playoff, but maybe they win 7, 8 games this year.
Yeah, when you were picking 4 or 5, I'm like, the same ratio applies, and we had 5 games. That's 9 or 10. Yeah. We're in the playoffs based on your ratio last year.
Right. So, Jim, the way you look at it is get excited about a quarterback and trying to develop him under Fitzpatrick. Get excited about adding some offensive linemen. Get excited about adding D linemen. You know what I'm saying? Get excited about the young guys coming in. Focus on that. Focus on all the positive stuff. Don't think about big picture, because it's really not about big picture. There's no Super Bowl in sight right now. So let's not think about that. Don't even put a number on the season is what you should do with the Dolphins. What you should do is let's look for improvement. Okay? Let's see if they become better on defense, more consistent on offense, on special teams, more wins, things like that. That's what I want to see. And then the development of all these players. I want to see Gesicki take that next step. You know how exciting, Jim, it would be to have Devontae Parker come back and have another great full season, and that Preston Williams comes back healthy and then picks up where he left off and develops into a good receiver. All of these kind of things is what gets me excited. That's why I'm telling you that if you're going to look at the Dolphin season next year, look at it as a developmental year. And let's hope for development all throughout the roster. But let's not put some kind of big-time goal on these guys. It's not fair. It's just not fair. It's not right. I mean, it's crazy that they won 5 games last year. Really. It's insane that they won 5 games last year. So think about it. You don't set those kind of expectations, because we really don't know what they are. And they're going to have so much turnover again. Let's just give it time. Let's just hope that guys pick up where they left off. That Nick Needham got an opportunity. Now he plays better and he gives you great depth. You know what I'm saying? That's what I want to see. Things like that.
We had no business winning 2 games, let alone
5. Wow.
And not only that, the biggest of that, 5.
Yeah.
5-4 to finish the season.
Yeah, it's great. So good. So good, man.
That's crazy.
It was awesome. It was absolutely fantastic to have that.
Taking home field advantage away from the Patriots.
Yeah. John is asking, your year is 86, 85? What was
86.
86. He graduated from Martin County, John. Let's see. Dougie Fresh says, for your construction survey. What the hell's a construction survey? See, now you're ahead of me. Now, see, Doug, now you just made me look stupid now. I have no idea what the hell you're talking about. Am I supposed to do a construction survey? Or it's just, hey, we need walls here and a door here.
Oh, wait a minute. Permits.
Oh, that's what he's talking about. Oh, okay, I see. That's what he's talking about.
Yeah.
No, okay, I see. That's what he's talking about. Okay. I see what he's talking
about. There's a lot more involved than just.
So anyway, we'll figure it all out, man. We'll figure it all out, and we'll get it done, and have some fun. Okay, I'm looking forward to it, man. It's going to be an absolute blast, and it's going to be something that we will move forward with. Anyway, if you want to get in on the accidentlawfirm.com text line, it's 786-322-1105. That's 786-322-1105 if you want to get in on the program. I'll tell you something that made me really happy yesterday that I was reading. And normally I would tell you it's kind of crazy because anybody that turns down $100 million is pretty much nuts. But Habib Nurmagomedov, right? I think is how it's pronounced. Am I right? Khabib was offered a rematch with Conor McGregor. Now, I got to tell you why I love this so much. I mean, there's a part of me that wants to watch that fight again because all I want to see is Khabib pound the crap out of Conor McGregor. You know what I'm saying? That's really what it's all about. Okay, Conor McGregor for me is a horse's ass, and I know he came on the air the other day and tried to sound like a changed man and calm and all that. I'm not buying any of that garbage until I actually see it on a long-term basis. Okay? When I see you for a few years act like a decent human being, then I'll believe you're a decent human being. But till now, or for now, I'll think you're the same lowlife that I've watched over and over again. You're just a con artist.
So what was the clincher? Him punching the old man, right?
Yeah. That's, I mean, throwing the stuff through the bus's window and the glass, and you can seriously injure people and injure somebody's eye or something. God forbid. In fact, somebody did have a piece or two of glass in their eye that they had to take out, but luckily there was no serious damage. So Nurmagomedov said he had no interest in fighting quote, idiot Conor McGregor a second time, even for $100 million, saying, why do I need that kind of money? I mean, we all need that kind of money, but hey, okay. The UFC star was speaking with reporters in his native Dagestan. Is that what the name of the language is? Did I pronounce it right? Anyway, Tuesday, when he was asked about the comments, his manager to TMZ Sports told him that Saudi Arabia was offering $100 million for the rematch. That's when Habib scoffed at the possibility, saying he's only focused on fighting Tony Ferguson in April, but says that kind of money could be better used by helping the needy, which he's right. Why do I need that kind of money? Habib says. There are so many organizations. For example, there's not only soccer for the blind, there's Sambo and other sports. Let the USC give it to them. If they don't know what to do with the money, but giving me $100 million to beat up that idiot again, I don't think that's rational. But I love how he just says to beat up that idiot because it's true. It is 1,000% true. Khabib dominated McGregor. He kicked his ass. I mean, I would love to see that ass beating one more time because I'm just going to sit there going, go, hit him again, hit him again. Don't stop it, hit him again, hit him again, hit him again. Don't stop it, don't stop. That's what I'm going to be doing. But that's me. But Khabib is a better man.
He's about to tap out. Let him go. Punch him one more time.
He's a better man than I am, bro. He's a better man than I am because I would take the $100 million and beat the crap out of Conor McGregor again and then grab the mic after and say, thank you. I am so blessed. You guys gave me $100 million to beat that idiot on the ground again. Because obviously he's going to be pointing on the ground because McGregor's not going to get up this time. I mean, they're going to have to put him on a stretcher and take him off. April 18th, he fights with Ferguson. Khabib called it a very serious fight. He's been training like a maniac. For the past month and a half, I've been consistently training day and night. I've gotten myself in good shape to where I'm supposed to be 70 days before the fight. I feel great. And I love it. I just love that he thoroughly went out of his way to basically say, Conor, he's a scrub. He's a scrub. Scrubs aren't going to do anything to me. I love it.
What was the location you said that's willing to put up $100 million?
Over in Dubai. Where they?
You know what? That's
where they
my
got all the
point.
money.
Them people bought the World Cup. They like
that horse race they had years back where I forgot what it was that they put up all that money.
They have the most perfect snow skiing conditions in the world because of that thing that they created out in the middle of a desert.
Yeah, smart, bro.
Best snow skiing conditions 365 days a year.
Of course. There's no wind. You don't have to worry about it. There's no rocks. I remember once I was skiing.
No trees.
I remember I was skiing, and I fell. And I rolled a couple times. And when I stopped rolling and I look up, there's a rock and wood, like right in front of me. Like that was the next roll, I was rolling right into that. And so I would have obviously gotten damaged somehow. You know what I mean? Because I rolled a couple times, but then I was able to stop my momentum.
You lose the battle against the rock and the trees. You do not win that battle.
No, definitely not going to win it. And so, so I would imagine it's perfect conditions because of the weather. There is none, and there is no objects that are going to kill you. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of people that suffer serious damage when they go skiing. Yeah, that's a real shame. All right, that's it. That's it. It's over. I'm retiring the helmets. They keep falling off. Oh, maybe it's because I got to tilt this thing. It's leaning downward. There we go. There we go. Maybe it'll stay up like that. Let's see.
The Leaning Tower of Mike to go with the Eiffel Tower in the background. Is that what you
see? There we go. So it was leaning downward. I had to get it up. I had to give it some Viagra. Keep it up. All right, let's take a quick break. Hey, Murias Dental. I just got my new Invisaligns. And now, you go through stages with the Invisaligns where you do it every 2 weeks, right? So I've had them on for 6 weeks. I can already tell my bottom teeth are moving, which is really, really cool. Now I'm at the stage where I put them on for a week now. So my next set will be next Tuesday. I will put on the new set of Invisaligns because they're already moving the teeth, which is really, really, really cool. So if you want to straighten out your teeth, if you're looking for Invisalign or implants, crowns, whatever it is you want to clean your teeth, cavities, state-of-the-art equipment, please call Murias Dental. Another great way you want to support us, support your teeth by supporting it with our sponsors that support us. The Murias family, Eric and his dad, they do a great job. 305-821-0231. Eric has been a big-time listener of our show for like 20 years. So he's one of you. He's a big-time sports fan. He loves talking draft, by the way. So if you're there with Eric, you can talk all the draft you want. He loves talking draft. Murias Dental, 305-821-0231, or call them or check them out, online at muriasdental.com.